Hey everyone, it's Courageous and I'm here with a cash stuffing video. I have a whole bunch of stuff on my desk and I will explain why, because this week has been a doozy. So if you want to see my cash stuffing and hear all of the things of the week, the tea, let's get to the video. But first, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and you can feel free to comment as you go along, because that's what I do when I watch all your videos. I'm like, okay, before I forget, let me comment and then keep watching. I comment as I go along. But anywho, first, today we are stuffing $1,070. And we are gonna count it. So I just asked for 10 ones, 3 20s, and 2 10s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, which totals $1,070. Let me put it in my little cash tray. That's not a cash tray, it's a little dish holder. All right. So next, I will put this to the side. Let me unstuff. Well, first let me open my bullet journal to where we are. All right, so we are here. Let me, okay, just so I know where we are. Let us, this is why you put your phone on the other stuff. All right, let us unstuff my wallet. All of these envelopes up in here. So fun is the only thing that has anything left over. And yeah, let's put these to the side. Oops. What do we have in fun? We have a 1 in fun. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So $5, but y'all, look at this dollar I got back. I didn't even realize I had gotten it back, but I'll see what I do with it. So technically 5, but I'm just gonna call it a 4. I don't know if this counts, but let's put this to the side and we will stuff that later. All right, so put you to the side. Let me tell you what happened. Oh wait, let's check my coin jar. I've said in previous videos, I just make sure everything's on time, because I'm like, let me see my little piggy. There we go. I unstuff my wallet of coins throughout the week, because I hate having coins in my wallet. So let's see where we are right now. I think so. Not many coins. So we're at $38.48. I mean 47 cents. So that's good with that. Just want to give you an update. All right, so this is for my pay of October 20th. And it's like, oh, well, it's October 23rd. So what happened, sis? Well, what happened is that I thought that Mercury must have been in retrograde, in microwave? No, in retrograde, because this week my money has been all screwed up. So first things first, if you look at the estimated amount, I was estimating $4,900, but like I said in my previous video, I wasn't sure, because I teach college, and I get paid once a month for the extra classes that I teach that are not included in my base salary. So bi-weekly I get paid for 4 classes, because that's all I'm required to teach every semester. Well, I am teaching 4 extra classes. 2 of those started in September when the semester started, but 2 of those just started towards the end of September. They're late start courses. So I didn't know if they were going to pay me that, because it was after the first installment, if they were just going to pay me that installment with the second one for the 2 classes, because no matter what, I still get paid the same amount, right? Doesn't matter when the class starts. And I thought they were going to pay me, either they would split that whole thing up into 3 payments, or they would just give me that first payment with the second payment. So I wasn't sure, but I just did it the lowest amount possible, which is $4,900. But it could have been like 60 something hundred, 6,000 and some change. Anywho, How much did I get paid, you ask? I got paid $2,104.02. I know. Well, first of all, I didn't even get paid direct deposit, which I thought I was supposed to, because they said after the first check, it's supposed to be direct deposit. So I had to wait for a physical check, which came yesterday, Friday, and then I deposited it, and it cleared today, Saturday. Well, on top of having to wait for the check, right, I called. I'm just like, well, I thought everything was supposed to be direct deposit. They were like, no, you have to sign up for direct deposit. I'm like, what do you mean I get paid bi-weekly direct deposit? They're like, yeah, but that's through the state, because I'm a state employee, because I teach at a state college, right, at a state community college. And for the overload, which are the extra classes, I get paid through the school directly. So it turns out I had to sign up for direct deposit through the school, which is why I got a paper check. I'm like, okay, that's fine. It is what it is, you know? At least that money's coming. Well, when the money came, I only got paid for 2 classes, which is the first 2 classes, the one that started the whole semester. I call payroll again. And they're like, well, those classes weren't entered. The extra 2 classes that started late, they weren't entered, which is why I didn't get paid for them. And I was just like, oh Lord. So basically I just worked this month for free, you telling me? I email the administrator for our department. I'm in the English department. And it turns out the classes were coded incorrectly. So she fixed that, thankfully. So that will come in. The payment that I was supposed to get for these 2 classes, for the extra 2 classes, will come in November, because I only get paid once a month I get paid in 4 installments, right, for the semester. So once a month for the extra classes that I teach. Everything else I get paid bi-weekly, year round. So that's that. So, but let me tell you, in case you haven't heard, I am a tarot reader, right? And this was coming up for me all week, that there was gonna be some financial delays, but I just didn't know. I didn't know, right? So this reading, every morning I pray at my altar. You know, I talk to God, I light my candles, and talk to my ancestors, my spirit guides, all of that stuff, right? And I pull cards for myself. So this is from the Black Queer Tarot, in case you're interested in knowing, by Kendrick Day. This is a new deck to my collection, and I am loving it. I am Black, I am queer, and I love tarot. So it was just designed for me, right? So Monday, I pull these cards. These are the cards that come up: the 9 of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Coins in reverse, and the Queen of Coins. And basically, I'm just like, all right, the message that I get, and I write this in my journal. I interpret the message. So the message that I wrote, right? So the way I've been using this deck is just like automatic writing, and it just kind of comes to me. So I just write basically I just try to write a sentence for each card that comes to me. Stop stressing and overthinking. Yes, money is delayed and there have been financial setbacks, but adjust your crown, queen. You are financially stable and a benevolent, nurturing queen. Yes, because that is my goal, right? I got this card. I was just like, all right. And I'm just thinking okay, financial setbacks. So, last paycheck, which was October 15th, I had to allocate $608 for my husband, so he could send to his family in Dominican Republic. And I thought, right, when I got this, it turns out, right, that same day, he had gotten word that there was an issue with the money transfer. We use an app, and then there was an app error, and it kind of messed up the name of his uncle whom he sends the money to. And so basically we had to cancel that transaction, but then we had to wait, 2 to 5 business days, right? Usually it came in 2, but we had to wait for the money to be put back in the app, and into his bank account for him to be able to use it. But they needed that money. That's the reason we said that. They needed it. It was time sensitive. So I took it out of the emergency fund and transferred it again. And that went through perfectly. So then when he, with the purpose of that, when he got the money back into his account, he would just transfer it back into my emergency fund. So I'm thinking, okay, that's the delay, right? That's the financial setback, right? Wrong. I got these cards. I got these two cards again. And mind you, the way I shuffle my tarot cards is that I shuffle until cards fall out. The cards that fall out are the message that I'm meant to hear. So these same two cards fell out again. The first time they fell out, it was the Nine of Swords, Ace reversed, and the Ace of Coins reversed. The next day, I got the Ace of Coins reversed and the Nine of Swords reversed. And then I got the Justice card in reverse. So again, the message that I wrote is this: delays and setbacks happen. Don't let it make you anxious, and don't feel guilty or an injustice or unfairness. So I just kind of write shorthand sometimes. So it's basically saying like, it happens, before in the past, like I suffer from anxiety and depression. And before in the past, what would happen is that I would kind of like stress out, and just kind of like, oh, woe is me, whatever. Right. So that message was telling me like, it happens, get over it. Like, don't act like, like life is unfair, like everything is crumbling. And I didn't. And then, so I got that one on the 18th, right, which was what, Tuesday? No, that was Monday. So then Wednesday was when I was supposed to get paid, right? And that's when the whole issue with the direct deposit came through. What cards did I get on Wednesday? Just to like kind of, okay, I didn't get any coins on Wednesday. I got swords on Wednesday. So anyway, the point is, I got these cards like twice in the week. I actually got this card 3 times over this past week. So it's like basically saying like, don't stress, boo, don't stress, don't do it. Like, don't lose sleep over it. So the direct deposit thing happened. And then yesterday, again, the check happened. So it was a week. It was a week, y'all, and we're like 10 minutes in. I'm sorry. I'll try to put timestamps if you just want to get to the cash stuffing, but we're here to get to know each other. So you need to learn about me and my life, because I love learning little tidbits about all of you guys through your videos. So that's what we're here for. So what happened now? What happens now, right? Because I have all these bills to pay, right? I had 63 in bills, not to mention 335 in spending. And like, I had to erase all of this because I was going to pay my rent with this money, right? I was going to do my savings challenges and like sinking funds. And I had to adjust. I just had to adjust my crown and just keep it moving, right? So what I am doing, right? So the total I had to work with was $2,263.02. So what I did is the expenses that I could put on credit cards, I put on credit cards, So I have to pay my phone bill. I have to, like, the reason I was going to pay it before, but again, expenses. I just didn't budget properly. We all know that. I'm learning. I'm a work in progress. So what I could put on credit cards, I put my phone on credit cards. I put this Amazon purchase that it's like we had bought cameras, and I just did like the payments because it's like interest-free installments. So I was gonna pay. I had this budgeted to pay off the whole thing, which was like what we have like $135 left. But now I'm just gonna pay the $34, put it on a credit card, Netflix on credit card. The subscriptions I put on credit cards. I have to send. For a spiritual party in the Dominican Republic, I have to send $208. So I have that in the bank that I'm going to send. My life insurance is staying in the bank. So my car insurance, my Experian subscription, put that on a credit card. This is, I was going to do the kids club. This is like for me to be able to take my daughter to the gym. And I was just like, let's just leave that because I'm not changing my card again. So the $10, $10. And then my daughter's life insurance, that stays in the bank. So everything else, I put on credit cards. Groceries, I had already spent groceries with the $159 because I got the child support on Tuesday. And we went I need to stop taking my family with me grocery shopping because they derail me, because I don't like saying no to them and I just get them what they want. So we spent, instead of $100, we spent $132.15. For fun, we spent $12. For pets, I haven't spent anything with pets, but we do need to put some pets, but I didn't take out in the cash. I was gonna put it on credit card, but I'll tell you what I'm gonna do instead. Gas, what I did, I had to put gas, so I put that on a credit card that I already, that the statement already closed for, so that I can pay it off before, and I was gonna pay it off, when I got paid, but I just explained what happened. Laundry, I already had that, so I already spent it on Wednesday, so I took that from the child support and did laundry. So what we're stuffing today is $20 for myself, and I got this from a YouTuber. Her name is Budget with Jess. Yes, we have the same name. That's why I clicked on it. And she pays herself first, which I don't do. And I'm just like, I'm doing all this hard work and I'm living my life. Like, I need to pay myself first. So I'm paying myself. I had to adjust. The amount was more. I was going to pay myself more. I'm just going to buy myself some things on Amazon. But I had to adjust, so I'm only paying myself $20, but I'm paying myself first, okay? Thank you, Budget with Jess. Go follow her, okay? And I have $1,050 for the rent. My rent is $2,000, which I was going to pay with this check, but I have to adjust, and I had to adjust. I get paid again on Friday, so I had to kind of split the rent as much as I could between the two. So my husband, when he got the money back for the 608 error and all of that, he only sent me $600, and I was just like, you know what, stay with the $8, because either way, like, he sends his mother money every week, and we have to pay for the transaction. So I was just like, all right, keep the $8. This $100, that's what it goes to. This stays in the bank because I transferred it to him. So he sends his mom $50 a week, which in Dominican Republic is a lot of, it's more money. It's not $50. Like, she's like, what is she gonna do with $50? Like, she basically, $50 a week, she lives off of that. She pays her rent, she buys her food, and she has money left over. So that is $100, so this covers the next 2 weeks. And so I was like, just keep the $8 in your bank account, because that covers the fee. It costs like $4 to $4.99, I think, to send it. Sometimes they put sales, so it depends. So either way, I was like, keep the $8, and then I transferred the $8 back to my emergency fund, so it's back at $700. So zero change, because this emergency fund. And that brings me to another thing. Oh, this video, we're at 16 minutes. I'm sorry, y'all. This video is long, but it's been a week, so I appreciate you. But it's funny because my husband asked me, because I told him I'm going to put all this on credit cards, and he's like, well, what is the emergency fund for? Like, what constitutes as an emergency? Because shouldn't you just put that, like, I have like $741 of expenses that I'm going to put on a credit card, right? And he's like, why don't you just take that from the emergency fund? I was like, no, because what constitutes an emergency for me is something either time sensitive, right? That we can't take the money from anywhere else. And we absolutely, need to take it. And that I'm putting this all on credit card that I paid off. The statement already closed. So I'm going to pay this before the next statement, so that it's not an emergency. Like, it would be an emergency, like, if, like, okay, I didn't have any balance on my credit, like, I didn't have any availability on my credit card, or the statement was about to close, and I was just like, because I need my credit. I'm trying to buy a house, and I need my credit to stay as high as possible, and my credit utilization to stay as low as possible, right? So if the statement was just about to close and I didn't want to put it on a credit, I would take from my emergency fund or from my savings, right? Because actually, I think I don't even want to touch my savings, right? Because it's like, he's like, well, why don't you touch the savings? Like, it's like the same thing, isn't it? And I don't want to touch savings because it would be an emergency technically. So yeah, it's complicated, but this is my logic. It's like, I'm going to put this on credit cards because I'm going to pay it off by the time the statement closes next month. And it's like, now, basically this $4,900, right? like whatever I was gonna get I'm gonna get a big fat check in November. Like I'm gonna get like at least like it should be like $8,000 because now I have to get paid for those extra 2 classes. I have to get paid the first installment, the second installment, and the third installment, plus the next installment for the next installment for the regular 2 classes. So if that's 2,100, 2,100, 2,100, right? That's 6,300. Don't make me do math, but that sounds about right. Plus 2,100, so that's $8,400, right? So why would I, like I'm just gonna put that into the credit cards, and I get paid that the monthly payment for this comes on the 17th. So and the due date for this credit card is not until the 18th. And since the statement is closing so low, right? Like it's I paid it off actually, so the statement is gonna close at 0. Actually, no, the Netflix came through. So regardless, it's going to close on the 23rd of next month. I get paid the 17th. I don't have to make a payment until the 18th. So it's not an emergency. So I'm putting this all on credit cards, and I'm not touching my emergency fund. My emergency fund is staying at $700. We're gonna get it back to $1,000. I promise you, next month. I promise you, that is the goal. Anyway, so let's talk about. This is a long video, but it's a lot of explaining. I have a lot of explaining to do. So basically, I don't have anything for my cash envelopes except for myself. I'm gonna pay myself. So let's look for my envelope, which is Courageous. And we are giving me $20. So here we go. And this is for me. This is not for my family. They can go somewhere with that, So we're done with my cash envelopes. So next we have housing, which is my rent. Oh, and I rearranged my binders. So I decided to arrange them in order of envelopes that are gonna stay stuffed, right? Because like, let's say these envelopes in here, they're not gonna be stuffed for very long. Like I'm putting it in here, but they're gonna leave soon, right? This is money that I'm going to be spending more frequently, whereas this is the long-term things that'll be for the long term. So for housing, we are putting $1,050, which is basically everything that's left. But before I do that, I am going to make an announcement. I am stopping the Christmas challenge only because one of the lessons that I learned this month, and I'll go over this in my monthly reflections, but overambitious budget equals overspending. So last week, it was my daughter's birthday. I budgeted $100 for fun. We went pumpkin picking. We went, it was pumpkin picking, hayride, amusement park, all of that. And then we went to a museum on Sunday. That was for me, not for her. And then we were in downtown Providence, riding scooters and eating, ice cream and stuff. And I budgeted conservatively, not knowing, like, it's like food, you spend more on food than you do on the actual things. Like the museum was free, for example, right? My husband wanted to ride one of those scooters, and he and my daughter were riding the scooters, and then we had ice cream. But mind you, the scooter came out to like $18 for like almost an hour. And the ice cream came out to $25. The hayride, like the hayride amusement park, whatever, the pumpkin picking, it was $36 for the entrance. We paid $35 for tickets to get on the amusement park rides, but we spent like almost that amount in food, So it's like I had to take from somewhere, right? So what I did, I took from the Christmas challenge. And I took from the 1K challenge. So remember I had 1K, I had $25 in here. And in the Christmas challenge, I had, I was supposed to have $90, because it's $45 each, but I ended up having to make change for my daughter. So there was $100 in here. So now there's only $50 in here. So I owe the 1K challenge $25. And I'm going to end the holiday challenge because next month when I get paid on the 17th, like I said, it's going to be a whole bunch of money. And I'm just gonna go Christmas shopping then. I'm just gonna do all my Christmas shopping on the 17th, buy everything. So I'll budget for the $550 that I had budgeted for the Christmas challenge. And just do it all. I don't need to do like a weekly thing, because I'm just gonna do it all then. That way I'll have it done by Black Friday, which is always my goal anyway. But this time around I was going to just do it late. But no, I'm going to just budget for that on the 17th, and it is what it is, right? So I'm gonna take this 50 and I'm gonna break it into, 25 and 25. So this $25 is going back into the 1K challenge. So I do not owe the 1K challenge any money. I'm sorry if this feels like disorganized or if I'm going everywhere, but I'm just trying to do my best to explain it all and just kind of like, so you'll have to bear with me, but it is what it is, So that's that, right? So this 1,050 is going to my rent. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 50. So that is going to my housing envelope. Where's housing? I'm like, oh wait, housing is in the short-term binder. That's what we're calling it. There we go. All right, come on. So we have that for rent. Now, what am I gonna do with this $25? I don't know. I was thinking of giving it to myself, because I initially had budgeted $60 to give to moi, right? And then I was thinking, like, why not put it to housing, even though I already budgeted for Friday. I get paid on Friday again, guys, and I'm just gonna finish completing the rent for Friday. And then I thought of putting it in a challenge. Like I thought of putting it in the 1K challenge as a penalty. Like what I'm thinking of doing is, like, if I have to take from my challenges, I need to penalize myself. So putting back the money I took, but also additional funds. And then I was thinking also giving it to pets. So actually that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give this to pets, because I have to buy wee pads for my puppies, for all my dogs. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do 25 for pets. That's what we're gonna do, because that way it's something I don't have to put in my credit card, even though I have allocated 50. I'm a Gemini, guys. I can't make decisions. Pets, we're gonna go with this. We're gonna put 25 for pets, and we'll change this to 25. 25, because again, we get paid on Friday, so we'll have more to stuff on Friday. Now we have the $5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wonder if I take this to the bank. I'm gonna Google, because I think as long as it has 2 of the corners, I think they'll take it. I'm gonna see. But none of the machines will take it. Like I pay at Walmart, and I put money in and it won't take it. I tried to do it with the laundry, it didn't take it. So I'll see what I do with this. But where are we gonna put this? Let's look at our challenges. If I can open this. So we can't do this. We can do this. We can't. We haven't gotten to our first 100 YouTube subscribers, but I did budget for next week, because I'm getting close, y'all. I'm getting close. Let's get me to 100 subscribers so I can check off this little bell on my subscriber tracker challenge, and then I will put, what is it, $20 for each of the 3-digit subscriber counts, and then $50 for each of the 4-digit subscriber counts, and then $100 for each of the 5-figure subscriber counts. So once I get to 100, not only will I be doing a giveaway, I will also put $20 into my subscriber challenge. So like I said, we are no longer doing the Christmas challenge. We can do the 5 and 10 challenge because we do have $5, and we can do the save to the finish challenge. So let us do, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here and only 2 here. So we're gonna do the 5 and 10 challenge. So let's do that. So $5. And then we will put that in the long-term binder, 5 and 10. Which brings us to 15, right? So 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. So that goes in there. And that is it for my cash stuffing for the craziness that is this week. I'll be back on Friday with my bi-weekly paycheck, which is the last paycheck of October. But don't think I forgot, y'all. I got my messages for the week. I'm gonna give you yours. So I'm going to be using the Poesis Oracle by Andrea Wan. Let me give you a message, a parting message until so we got open. So what a message. So keep your minds open, right? And it's like, that's funny because that's basically what I've had to do this week, right? Be open to actually, what card did I get today? I think I got a card similar to this also. Oh yeah, I got the Judgment card. But it's be open to new perspective, to new ideas, to new ways of thinking. Look at this, it's right in the third eye, right? So be open to a different awareness, right? A different consciousness, right? This video is like way too long, but I'm sorry. But it's basically just saying be open to new things, right? If we want to establish this message in terms of budgeting, be open to making changes, be open to making sacrifices, be open to ideas that you wouldn't have considered, right? Or ways of life, ways of stuffing your envelopes, ways of saving, right? This is just be flexible and be open. We don't get anywhere by being rigid, right? We require flexibility in this life because this life is crazy. Look at the flexibility that I've had to have all week, right? Just to like move things around, especially when things don't go the way we plan, because they say, men make plans, God laugh, right? And I've been laughing along with him. I've been laughing with him because I didn't let it stress myself out, because I was just like, all right, well, we're going to move this around. We're going to get active and just plan and, plan an alternative. And that's what you should be doing this week as well. So I thank you if you watched this whole video. It's really long, but I see you, I appreciate you, and I thank you. And I will see you on my next video. So have a great rest of your week. This is Courageous. Peace.